Now, one thing. This is a separate oil tank for the steering, right?
It's a steering, the high drive.
That has to be separate. That's coming from this pump. Then we control separately.
Yeah.
Now, the hydraulic steering and all of that comes from here, isn't it?
Correct.
So there's nothing to do with this.
No, it's got, by law, it must be separate.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, sure. So that's why we got the split.
Exactly. It's got to be completely independent, the steering. See, it doesn't matter in a boat, if you've got no refrigeration, you haven't got this, you haven't got that. There's two major components you need. One is an engine with a propeller working and driving the boat, and the other one's being able to steer it.
That's right,
but if the steering fails in the hydraulic, there's a system there where you can release the hydraulics and you can put in a manual system down the back where you can temporarily steer the boat till you get to port.
Yeah.
Get out of trouble.
Yeah, that's right.
It's steering and an engine. They're the most important components.
Yeah.
See those bolt clamps?
Yeah.
Bloody worm drive clamps, they're crap. So and I put two on, and by law they'll accept one. But that's good quality hose, mate.
Yeah.
It's the best you can get.
Yeah. Now, those two. So this is for the pump, yeah? Those straight hoses.
Correct. Yep.
That's the outlet from
Yep.
the pump.
Yep.
Then you can put it wherever you want.
Yeah, and I can also use that there for a bilge pump if I want to.
So if you do this.
Exactly. I'll make that so I can use it as a bilge pump.
Shit, it's tight. Oh, you have to lift it? Oh, no, it's actually now I have to. Okay, so you do this, right? You can suck. Now you can suck from here.
Yes, that's right.
From that part.
That's right. I've got basically about 4 bilge pumps.
Yeah. Okay. So that.
Now, on the underneath the engine there, I've got a real 24 volt, just a real small 25 mil pump down the sump.
Yeah.
So when I'm washing the engine out, what's the point of starting up all these big pumps?
No need them.
So I just use a small 24 volt real pump. It's plumbed in to the manifold which pumps it outside.
For seal, you know the shaft seal, water. You putting water on the shaft seal there. There is a little bar. There is a little bar there for the seal, and then water goes in there. You see that one here? Here? This one here. That one there. That one there.
Oh, there. That's for the Now that used to have hemp in it and all that stuff, and it'll have hemp going back into it, but actually it does nothing. It's really obsolete. It will be packed again because now, since the shaft and all that's been redone, reworked, now the main seal is at the stern end of the boat, which is a PSS seal.
Yeah.
You understand what a PSS seal is?
Well, explain to me.
It's a very modern seal, virtually maintenance free. It's basically a ceramic face with a stainless disc on it.
Yeah.
And once you scratch them, you can throw it away. But approved by Lloyd's, it's a very good system. And that now is the main integrity of the boat. It's in roughly about 1,200, 1.2 metres in from the end of the stern tube where the prop is. But that it has to be water cooled, and that's why the raw water from here.
Yeah, but where's the water coming from here? Where from?
From the pump. And all the piping's under there ready to connect onto the pump.
Okay.
So as soon as this engine starts, salt water's going down there, hits a PSS seal, and then, the shaft now is sitting on 2 big Vasconite bearings, never had before. It's got a 1/2 metre now, it's supported by 1/2 metre of Vasconite bearings over a distance of 1.2 metres. It never had that before, but Vasconite, it must be water cooled. It has 12 times the wearing surface of bronze.
You can't just put things. When you look at what you've got here, you've got 2 compressors. 2 compressors, right? You got hot water system with a big pump with a what do you call it?
Fresh water.
Fresh water. Is it a DC operated? 24 volt.
Yeah, 24 volt.
You've got 2 pumps which have to be there because of law, right? You've got oil, spare oil, engine oil.
Yeah,
You
brand
get
new engine oil.
Another big pump around hydraulic.
Yeah.
With it's, you know. Then if you had a motor there, you'll have a big motor like this. It'll all. Now you got still this by law. You have to have this doubling up on this. Okay. Another pump. Where would you put all this?
Yeah, you wouldn't have fitted in. And besides, I think, like you said originally when we sort of got together, and you said, well, you're going to need hydraulics because of your deck crane and because of your anchor winch. So you can't get out of not having hydraulics.
Yes.
So what's the use of putting a hydraulic system in and then putting in two great big bloody gen sets, one 3-phase and one single phase?
Yeah.
It's not efficient, and I believe that hydraulics is about 80%, if it's plumbed properly. It's about 80% efficient,
Yeah,
the same as power.
You're losing about 20% all around the cycle.
Yeah.
Now,
Friction and whatever.
Yeah, yes, and so that's a fact. 3-phase motor are very efficient. 3-phase motor are, but they're bulky. But you have to have a generator.
Yeah,
So
that's
you're
right.
gaining efficiency on a motor, and then you have a generator, oversized generator, weight, fuel. So you run it off the engine.
Yeah.
So that it's really you're looking at you'll be looking at a generator like this. You'll have to have a 6 kilowatt, 6 kVA or 7 kVA single.
Yeah.
That'll be bigger than wouldn't fit here. So you have to make
Nah.
that. Then where would you put your 3-phase? And they are expensive. 3-phase generator price is just high because Marine one. Single phase they make lots of them, but 3-phase they only very few.
Yeah. Look, it was useless.
Yeah.
The way it is now. I mean, look at that. Look now how easy it is to service that. Look.
Yeah.
See? You can get at the blasted thing, change filters. Everything's made so it's easy to service.
That's right.
You know, I put a lot of this, see that ampler mesh,
Yeah.
for putting cables on and
Cables on them, yeah. It's
electric
fantastic.
cables and all that stuff. But like over there,
Just tie downs, just run a cable.
Yeah.
That's standard,
Yeah. yeah, it's handy. It's very handy, that stuff. But all the main looms are in. All the main loom from the engine's already up there where it's got to go. It's all a lot of the cables are all through.
Yeah.
All the things for the transducers.
The pump is here for the
Yeah,
sea
I've got all
water.
that organised.
Seawater that they can pump
Yeah.
pump for this one.
Yeah, no, but the raw water's all organised in that system there. One of these pumps is the raw water one, and one is the one for the water maker.
Yeah, yeah.
Correct.
That's,
yeah.
that's very little. That pump gives you almost a bar pressure. Almost, not quite. It
Not
gives you-
quite bar.
Well, maybe if you're underwater, it'll probably give you a bar. But that's plenty. That only needs a positive pressure of 0.2 or something. So that gives you plenty. But it's very low. This is very low volume, you know, compared to like this is about 20 or 30 liters or something a minute, right? Now, 2/3 of the water gets dumped overboard. Only 1/3 or quarter is desalinated.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so it's normal. Yeah. What you do, you're pushing it through the cells, right?
Yeah.
The membranes, like condoms, but with little tiny microscopic holes.
I see.
As you put the pressure up to a certain pressure, like roughly 50 bars, the condoms kind of opens, but the molecules with the salt cannot go through, but
They can't go through.
Gone through. Yeah, it's quite interesting. Yeah,
But it's a liquid.
it's liquid. It's unbelievable. Yeah, we have to accept it. It works. Yeah, and then basically it flushes out. So that I think it depends on the type of water, how salty it is. Between a quarter to a third gets dumped overboard.
If you're in the Dead Sea, you'd probably have a problem.
No. You need more. You need to pump more water.
I say more water.
Now, for example, if you are in estuaries or close to, let's say you're traveling close to a river estuary,
Yeah.
then you're pumping enormous amount of water because most of it's only a little bit salty.
Yeah.
So you can fill up your tank. It will be, instead of 200 liters per hour, you may get 350 an hour.
Yeah, because there's not much salt in there.
That's right.
The
Yeah.
membrane doesn't have to work that
That's
hard.
right. Yeah. So also what will happen then depends on temperature. If the water is cold or warm, that also affects it. But the salinity how much salt it is.
Yeah, I see.
Temperature. Yes.
You explained it to me, and I think I've got it written down somewhere, but we can go through it again.
We measured that. We measured that in one of the boats, exactly the same system, right? We had a bottle, and the lady there was sitting, and they couldn't believe they'd never seen a desalinator. So we put a Coca-Cola bottle, which was 2 liters.
Yeah.
Right? And we timed it, and the lady was, we were feeding it from the, and stopwatch, and it stopped, how many seconds in the 2 liters, and then we worked it out for 1 hour. And then Peter O'Brien, who was the builder of the boat, he just gobbled it up. Same tastes good.
Probably better than the water you drink at home.
And gave it to the lady, this posh lady, and she drank from the bottle just as didn't care about anything. She was so excited. She wanted to drop herself, and she said, "I can't believe this."
Yeah.
I said, "Well, that's from the ocean. That was in the shit ocean. That was in Marina. That was not a good. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Which you got oil and fumes,
because
and
it goes through the filter. Everything.
sometimes they discharge toilets in there.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It goes through the system. There's a filter. There was a triple filters, going through, and water was perfect. Yeah.
You explained to me that if the boat gets laid up for 2 or 3 months, you said you flush it out.
Flush it out.
I've allowed for that. I forgot exactly how.
And also, what you can do, you buy a liquid. You buy a liquid and put it in. So sucks the sort of like a preservation.
I see. I see. But the membrane, if it's flushed out and it's everything's done correct, it lasts a long time.
Yes. If you continuously use it, it's the best, right? So you'd say if you use it
regularly,
not mean every day, but let's say
it doesn't like being laid up for 12 months at a time.
And so what you do then, when you stop making water, you switch over to fresh tank and
purge it out with fresh water.
Yeah, and then leave it for maybe 5 minutes, purge it out, right? Shut it, leave it full of water.
That's right. That's why I've put this.
Yeah.
I've allowed.
I'm sure you've talked about it. Yeah, we've talked about.
Yeah, we talked about it. I've allowed for. I forget. I've allowed for fresh water. Allowed for fresh water to come here to work that. Yeah. Okay. I've got it. Yeah, I've got it.
So that you do that, and if you were, for example, laying over for winter or not going anywhere for 6 months, then you basically
purge it and put the
you buy the liquid
inhibitor in there,
and just disconnect the pipe and just fire it up, and you reduce the pressure to whatever, like very low pressure, like 3-4 bars.
Okay.
And just suck the bottle out. It's enough there, and then you shut it, lock it up so it closes. Because once you do that, it's locked up.
Okay, all right.
And then basically the water stays in here as well, but doesn't matter. You can then do
when I start plumbing this stuff up,
yeah,
I'll have a better understanding
yeah,
of how it works. You know what I mean? Once I do the plumbing, I then understand how. Like I know where every pipe is in this boat now. I know how it all works.
yes,
because it takes so long to do it.
yeah.
So once I do the plumbing, I'll understand it. And then what I'll do is I'm going to have a log, and so I don't forget, water maker, step 1, blah, 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 step 2, blah, 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 you know what I mean? Because I want something like that anyway, because if I ever sell a boat,
That's right, yeah.
some other person will want to know how to do things.
That's a possibility, because it's been sitting for long here. We may have to see how we go, if the membranes are okay, because they've been sitting. I had them at home stored in a special plastic.
Oh, I see. They might deteriorate over time.
They may deteriorate, but if it's the case, we'll just remove them and put new ones in. It's not a big deal.
Well, these fittings are removable. See that?
Yeah.
See, look, I can remove these.
You can remove that and pull them out.